Good morning students. Welcome to science class. Today we are going to revise the lessons what we have learnt in our previous session. This revision helps you to prepare for Unit 2 exams. Third lesson, matter around us, and fourth lesson, the living world of plants, are the portions for Unit 2 examination. So listen carefully students. Make a note of important points. You can also collect the book from school, which will help you in preparation for unit test. Okay, let's start the revision of third lesson, matter around us. Tell me students, what is matter? Matter is defined as anything that has mass and takes up space. Matter is defined as anything that has mass and takes up space. Matter is found in three major states, that is solid, liquid and gas. All matter is made of atoms. All matter is made of atoms. Atoms are the smallest particle of matter. Atoms are the smallest particle of matter. So we can see through scanning electron microscope and tunneling electron microscope. We can see through scanning electron microscope and tunneling electron microscope. In this lesson, we came to know that states of matter is 5. Besides solids, liquid and gases, there are two more states, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensates. Besides solids, liquid and gases, there are two more states, plasma and Bose-Einstein condensates. A small amount of any matter will have many million molecules. A small amount of any matter will have many million molecules. As we all know, 1 million is equal to 10 lakhs. Next, we will see physical nature of matter. Matter is composed of tiny particles called atoms. Matter is composed of tiny particles called atoms. Two or more atoms join to form a molecule. Two or more atoms join to form a molecule. See the picture. Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom join to produce water molecule. Two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom join to form a water molecule. Listen students. A drop of water contains about 10 power 21 water particles, that is above billions. A drop of water contains about 10 power 21 water particles. One dot that you make with your pen has more than 2 lakh molecules. One dot that you make with your pen has more than 2 lakh molecules. Now we will learn about characteristics of matter. There are two characteristics of matter. First one, particles of matter have space between them. Second one, particles of matter attract each other. Shall we see some examples? When we dissolve salt in water, the particles of salt get into the spaces between the particles of water. This is we confirmed that matter contains space. Next, if you break the chalk, rubber band and iron nail means iron nail need greater force compared than rubber band and chalk because the particles in iron nail held together closely. This is we confirmed that particles of matter attract each other. Once again I repeat, there are two characteristics of matter. First one, particles of matter have space between them. Second one, particles of matter attract each other. Next, we will see about mass, shape and volume of solids, liquids and gases. Many examples I explained earlier. From that we can say shape and volume of a solid does not change. Shape of a liquid changes but volume does not change. Gas has no definite shape or volume because it is a substance that expands to fill the space it's in. From above conversations, we confirm that solids, liquids and gas particles arrangement. That is, solid particles are tightly packed and cannot move freely. Example, book, table, etc. Solid particles are tightly packed and cannot move freely. Liquid particles are loosely packed and can move freely. Example, milk, juice, etc. Liquid particles are loosely packed and can move freely. Gas particles are very loosely packed and in a continuous random motion. Example, air in balloon, cycle tube, etc. Gas particles are very loosely packed and in a continuous random motion. Next, we will learn about diffusion. Diffusion is the tendency of particles to spread out in order to occupy the available space. Diffusion is the tendency of particles to spread out in order to occupy the available space. See the picture, you come to know how the particles spread out in space. Next, liquefaction of gases. Liquefaction of gases is the process by which substances in their gaseous state are converted to the liquid state. Liquefaction of gases is the process by which substances in their gaseous state are converted to the liquid state. I have told earlier that gases are highly compressible compared to liquids and solids. Gases are highly compressible as compared to liquids and solids. We confirmed this with an activity. Yes, chalk powder was difficult to press. In water also somewhat difficult to press, but plunger moved freely in air. This proves that gases are highly compressible as compared to solids and liquids. Now we will see about comparison of states of matter. There are 9 properties we can see one by one. First property, mass. Solid, liquid and gas has definite mass. Second one, shape. Solids has definite shape, but liquid and gases takes up the shape of the container. Third one, volume. Solid, liquid has definite volume, but in the case of gas, do not have definite volume. Fourth one, compressibility. Compressibility in solids very difficult. In liquid, somewhat possible, but gases highly compressible. Next one, fluidity. Solids do not flow, but liquid and gases can flow. Next one, rigidity. Solids highly rigid, liquids less rigid, gases not rigid. Next one, diffusion. Solids has slow diffusion, liquids fast and gases very fast diffusion. Next, space between particles. Solids closely packed, liquids loosely packed, gases very loosely packed. Last one, interparticle force. Force of attraction strong in solid, slightly weak in liquid, negligible in gas. Now we will talk about pure substance and mixtures. Matter classified into 2 categories. First one, pure substances. Second one, mixtures. What is pure substances? Pure substances made up of only one kind of particles. What is mixture? Mixture contains more than one kind of particles. Okay, first we will see pure substance. Pure substance further classified into elements and compounds. Element is made up of same kind of atoms. Example, oxygen, hydrogen and iron. Compound is a substance formed by the chemical combination of 2 or more elements. Example, water, table salt and ammonia. Next, mixtures further classified into homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. In homogeneous mixture, components are uniformly distributed. Example, salt water, mouthwash and all alloys. In heterogeneous mixture, components are not uniformly distributed. Example, pizza, soupy noodles, waste in dustbin. Now, shall we see separation? What is separation? The process by which the components of mixture are isolated and removed from each other to get pure substance is called separation. The process by which the components of mixture are isolated and removed from each other to get pure substance is called separation. See the picture. From a mixture of balloons, balloons are separated based on specific colors. Then what is the need for separation of mixtures? To remove impurities or harmful components from the mixtures. Example, stones from rice. Before cooking, we should remove stone from rice. Second, useful component has to be separated from other components. Example, petrol from petroleum. Third one, substance has to be obtained in highly pure form. Example, gold from gold mines. Listen students, now we will see about separation of solids. There are 5 methods. First one, sieving. Separating solids of different sizes. Sieving is a method to separate solids of different sizes. Second one, threshing. Removing grains from stalks. Removing grains from stalks. Third one, winnowing. Separating lighter solids from heavier ones. Separating lighter solids from heavier ones. Fourth one, hand picking. Separating distinctly different solid. Separating distinctly different solid. Fifth one, magnetic separation. That is separating magnetic substance from non-magnetic substance. Separating magnetic substance from non-magnetic substance. Shall we see separation of pure substance from solid liquid mixture? We have discussed 4 separation methods. First one, churning method. Separating dissolved solid from a liquid. Separating dissolved solid from a liquid. Second method, sedimentation. Settling down of suspended insoluble heavy solid. Settling down of suspended insoluble heavy solid. Third one, decantation. Separating clear supernatant without disturbing sediment. Separating clear supernatant without disturbing sediment. Fourth one, filtration. Fourth method is filtration. Separating insoluble solid from a liquid. Separating insoluble solid from a liquid. See the pictures, you will get an idea. Let's see food adulteration. Sometimes things that we buy in the market are mixed with harmful and unwanted substances. This process is called adulteration. Sometimes the things that we buy in the market are mixed with harmful and unwanted substances. This process is called adulteration. Shall we see some adulterant and health hazards? Used tea leaves are sometimes processed to colored and used as adulterants in tea. It leads to liver disorder. In milk, unhygienic water and starch are added. It leads to stomach disorder. In edible oils, unedible oils are added. This leads to carcinogenic disease. In turmeric powder, bright yellow lead chromate chemical is added. It leads to liver disorder. I hope you are all understood the revision of third lesson, matter around us. It's time for evaluation. We are going to revise book pages 60 to 62. This is book evaluation pages 60 to 62. We will see one by one. First Roman letter, choose the appropriate answer. First question, dash is not made of matter. Option A, gold ring. Option B, iron nail. Option C, light ray. Option D, oil drop. Answer is light ray. Light ray is not made of matter. Second question, 200 ml of water is poured into a bowl of 400 ml capacity. The volume of water now will be dash. Option A 400 ml, option B 600 ml, option C 200 ml, option D 800 ml. Answer is 200 ml. 200 ml of water is poured into a bowl of 400 ml capacity. The volume of water now will be 200 ml. Third question, seeds from watermelon can be removed by dash method. Option A, hand picking. Option B, filtration. Option C, magnetic separation. Option D, decantation. Answer is hand picking. Seeds from watermelon can be removed by hand picking method. Fourth question, Lighter impurities like dust when mixed with rice or pulse can be removed by dash. Option A filtration, option B sedimentation, option C decantation, option D winnowing. Answer is winnowing. Lighter impurities like dust when mixed with rice or pulse can be removed by winnowing method. Fifth one, dash is essential to perform winnowing activity. Option A rain, option B soil, option C water, option D air. Answer is air. Air is essential to perform winnowing activity. Sixth one, filtration method is effective in separating dash mixture. Filtration method is effective in separating dash mixture. Option A solid solid, option B solid liquid, option C liquid liquid, option D liquid gas. Answer is solid liquid. Filtration method is effective in separating solid liquid mixture. Seventh one, from the following dash is not a mixture. Option A coffee with milk, option B lemon juice, option C water, option D ice cream embedded with nuts. Answer is water. From the following, water is not a mixture. Second Roman letter, true or false. If false, give the correct statement. First one, air is not compressible. True or false? False. Air is highly compressible. Second one, liquid has no fixed volume but have fixed shape. Answer is false. Liquids have fixed volume but have no fixed shape. Third one, particles in solids are free to move. True or false? False. Particles of solid cannot move have freely, or particles of liquid are free to move. Fourth one, when pulses are washed with water before cooking, the water is separated from them by the process of filtration. True or false? Answer is false. When pulses are washed with water before cooking, the water is separated from them by the process of decantation. When pulses are washed with water before cooking, the water is separated from them by the process of decantation. Fifth one, strainer is a kind of sieve which is used to separate a liquid from solid. So, true or false? Answer is true. Sixth one, grain and husk can be separated by winnowing. True or false? True. Seventh one, air is a pure substance. False, because air is a mixture of gases. Eighth one, butter from curds is separated by sedimentation. Answer is false, because butter from curd is separated by churning method. Third Roman letter, match the following. In book they given property and example. Breaks easily, bends readily, can be stretched easily, gets compressed easily, gets heated readily. We have to find the correct example. The answer is breaks easily, mud pot. Bends readily, plastic wire. Can be stretched easily, rubber band. Gets compressed easily, cotton wool. Gets heated readily, metal pan. Then second, match the following. We have to find the answer. Separation of visible undesirable components, separating of heavier and lighter components, separation of insoluble impurities, separation of magnetic component from non-magnetic components, separation of solids from liquids. We want to find the answer. The answer is separation of visible undesirable components, rice and stone. Method is hand picking. Separating of heavier and lighter components, husk and paddy. Answer is winnowing method. Separation of insoluble impurities, water mixed with chalk powder. That is filtration method. Separation of magnetic component from non-magnetic components, iron impurities. Method magnetic separation. Fifth one, separation of solids from liquids. that is sand and water. That is decantation process. Then fourth Roman letter, fill in the blanks. First one, matter is made up of dash. Matter is made up of atoms. Second one, in solids, the space between the particles is less than in dash. In solids, the space between the particles is less than in liquids and gases. Third one, grains can be separated from their stalks by dash. Grains can be separated from their stalks by threshing. Fourth one, chilies are removed from upma by dash method. Chilies are removed from upma by hand picking method. Fifth one, the method employed to separate clay particles from water is dash. The method employed to separate clay particles from water is filtration method. Sixth one, among the following items, safety pins, pencil and rubber band, dash will get attracted to a magnet. Among the following items, safety pins, pencil and rubber band, safety pins will get attracted to a magnet. Seventh one, water obtained from tube well is usually dash water. Water obtained from tube wells is usually impure water. Let's see fifth Roman letter, complete the given analogy. First question, solid is rigid. Then gas is dash. Gas is flexibility. Second question, large interparticle space in gas. Then dash in solid. Little interparticle space in solid. Third question, solid has definite shape. Then dash takes the shape of the vessel. Liquid takes the shape of the vessel. Fourth question, husk in grains removed by winnowing method. Sawdust in chalk is removed by dash. Sawdust in chalk is removed by filtration method. Fifth one, murukku from hot oil is filtration method. Coffee powder residue from decoction is dash. Coffee powder residue from decoction is filtration method. Sixth one, iron from sulfur mixture removed by magnetic separation. Mustard seeds from urad dal is rolling. Sixth Roman letter, very short answer. First question, define the term matter. Answer is, matter is defined as anything which occupies space and has mass. Second question, how can husk or fine dust particles be separated from rice before cooking? First point, the husk or fine dust particles can be separated from rice by washing the rice with water before cooking. Second point, the lighter impurities float while heavier rice grains sink to the bottom. It is sedimentation. Third point, then the water with the impurities is carefully poured away by decantation, leaving clean rice at the bottom. Then third question is, why do we separate mixtures? We separate mixtures to remove impurities or harmful components. Example, stones from rice. Second point, to separate useful component from other components. Example, petrol from petroleum. Third point, to obtain a substance in highly pure form. Example, gold from gold mines. Fourth question, give an example for mixture and justify your answer with reason. Milk is an example for mixture. It contains water, fat, protein, etc. Since two or more compounds are mixed in a physical combination, so milk is a mixture. Fifth question, define sedimentation. The settling down of heavier component of a mixture when allowed to remain undisturbed from some time is called sedimentation. Sixth question, give the main difference between a pure substance and an impure substance. Pure substance is made up of only one kind of particles. It is unadulterated. Impure substance is made up of two or more toxic particles. It is adulterated. 7 Roman letter, short answer. First question, a rubber ball changes its shape on pressing. Can it be called a solid? Yes, it has a definite shape and volume. Its particles cannot move freely. It confirms the solid properties. It confirms the solid properties. Second question, why do gases not have fixed shape? First point, they can move freely at any direction. Second point, they have the property of filling the entire part of a container by taking the shape of the container. So, gases do not have fixed shape. Third question, what method will you employ to separate cheese, that is paneer, from milk? Explain. That is filtration. First, heat the milk. Second point, add lime juice or vinegar after few minutes. Third point, cheese will float on the liquid. Fourth point, use strainer to separate the cheese, that is paneer, from milk. Fourth question, look at the picture given below and explain the method of separation illustrated. The method is called as sieving. It is used to separate solid particles of different size. Example, bran from flour. Fifth question, how can you separate a mixture of a large quantity of tiny bits of paper mixed with pulses or dal? Bits of paper are separated from pulses or dal by winnowing. Bits of paper have less weight and get easily blown away by wind. The pulses or dal are heavier particles and will fall down closer. Sixth question, what is meant by food adulteration? Food adulteration is the process in which the quality of food is lowered either by the addition of inferior quality material or by extraction of valuable ingredient. Once again I repeat, food adulteration is the process in which the quality of food is lowered either by the addition of inferior quality material or by extraction of valuable ingredient. 8th Roman letter, answer in detail. First question, distinguish between properties of solid, liquid, gas. Draw suitable diagram. Here there are 4 properties I am given. The first one, mass. Solids, liquids, gases has definite mass. Second one, shape. Solids has definite shape. Liquids and gases takes the shape of the container. Volume. Third one, volume. Solids and liquids has definite volume. Gases do not have definite volume. Fourth property, compressibility. Solids, compressibility not possible. Liquids almost negligible. Gases highly compressible. See the picture. Try to draw in examination. Second question, using suitable apparatus from your laboratory, separate the mixture of chalk powder, mustard oil, water and coins. Draw a flowchart to show the separation process. First point, coins are separated by hand picking method. Second point, mustard oil is separated by decantation process. Third point, chalk powder is removed by filtration and filtrate collected as water. Okay students, let's start the revision of 4th lesson, the living world of plants. What is the term biology? Biology is a natural science concerned with the study of life and living organisms, including their structure and functions. Plants prepare their own food by photosynthesis process. Plants prepare their own food by photosynthesis process. Shall we see parts of a plant? Plants have 6 parts: root, stem, leaf, flower, fruit and seed. The next, types of plant pots. Plant pots mainly consist of 2 types. First one, root system, second one, shoot system. Root system present in below the soil. Main part is roots. Shoot system present in above ground. Main parts are stems and leaves. Then we will see root system. The underground part of the main axis of a plant is known as root. The underground part of the main axis of a plant is known as root. Root is classified into two types, taproot system, fibrous root system. Taproot system is single root, seen in dicotyledonous plants. Example, bean, mango, neem. Fibrous root system is cluster of roots, seen in monocotyledonous plants. Example, grass, paddy and maize. Functions of the root. Functions of the root are fixes the plant to the soil, absorbs water and minerals from the soil, stores food in some plants like carrot, beetroot, etc. Once again I repeat, root fixes the plant to the soil, absorb water and minerals from the soil, stores food in some plants like carrot, beetroot, etc. Then second main part is shoot system. First, stem. Main axis of the shoot system is called the stem. Main axis of the shoot system is called the stem. Functions of the stem are supports the branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Transports water and minerals from roots to upper aerial plant pods. Transports the prepared food from leaves to other parts through stem. Once again I repeat, functions of the stem are supports the branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Transports water and minerals from roots to upper aerial plant pods. Transports the prepared food from leaves to other parts through stem. Then second one, leaves. Leaves are flattened outgrowth of stem. Leaves are flattened outgrowth of stem. Shall we see parts of a leaf? Leaf stalk is called petiole. Flat portion is called blade or lamina. Leaf connecting nodal region of stem is called leaf base. Lateral outgrowth on the base is called stipules. Chlorophyll is a color pigment reason for green color leaf. Tiny pores in lower side of leaf is called stomata. Then we will see the functions of the leaves. Leaves prepare food by the process of photosynthesis. Helps in respiration. Carry out transpiration. Here transpiration is evaporation of water. Do you know, students? Victoria amazonica, the leaves of this plant grow up to 3 meters across. Victoria amazonica, the leaves of this plant grow up to 3 meters across. A mature Victoria leaf can support an evenly distributed load of 45 kilograms or apparently young person. Let's see the classification of plants. Plants classified into two types based on flower, based on position of seed. Based on flower, plants are classified into flowering and non-flowering. Sunflower, rose are example of flowering plants. Mushroom, fungus are example of non-flowering plants. Based on seeds, plants are classified into gymnosperm and angiosperm. Pinus, thuja are the example of gymnosperm. Mango, bamboo are the example of angiosperm. Let's see habitat. What is habitat? The place where a plant lives. The place where a plant lives is called habitat. Habitat classified into two types: terrestrial habitat, aquatic habitat. Terrestrial habitat further classified into deserts, mountains and grasslands. Aquatic habitats classified into oceans and ponds. First one, we will see aquatic habitat. Areas that are permanently covered by water is called aquatic habitat. Areas that are permanently covered by water is called aquatic habitat. Aquatic habitat classified into two types: freshwater habitat and marine water habitat. First one, we will see freshwater habitat. Rivers, lakes, ponds and pools are the freshwater habitat. Stem and leaves have air chambers that allow aquatic plants to float in water. Stem and leaves have air chambers that allow aquatic plants to flow in water. Example, water hyacinth, water lily and lotus. Second one, marine water habitat. More than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. Marine plants perform 40% of photosynthesis that occur on the planet Earth. Once again I repeat, more than 70% of Earth's surface is covered by oceans. Marine plants perform 40% of photosynthesis that occurs on the planet Earth. Example, marine algae, sea grass and marsh grass. Then we will see terrestrial habitat. Plants which grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Plants which grow on land are called terrestrial plants. Do you know, students, the first land plants are mosses and liverworts. The first land plants are mosses and liverworts. The Amazon rainforest in South America produces half of the world's oxygen supply. The Amazon rainforest in South America produces half of the world's oxygen supply. Terrestrial habitat is classified into three types such as desert, grassland and forest. First one, desert habitat. A habitat without much water is called deserts. A habitat without much water is called deserts. Desert plants have long roots that go very deep in the soil in the search of water. Desert plants have long roots that go very deep in the soil in the search of water. Example, aloe vera, cactus, agave, bryophyllum. Example, aloe vera, cactus, agave and bryophyllum. Types of deserts. Deserts are classified into four types. First one, hot dry deserts. Second one, semi-arid deserts. Third one, coastal deserts. Fourth one, cold deserts. Cactus plant has spines instead of leaves. Cactus plant has spines instead of leaves. Do you know, students? World Habitat Day is observed on first Monday of October. World Habitat Day is observed on first Monday of October. Thar Desert, also called Great Indian Desert, is an arid region of rolling sandhills on the Indian subcontinent. Thar Desert, also called Great Indian Desert, is an arid region of rolling sandhills on the Indian subcontinent. Bamboo is one of the fast-growing plants during active growth phase. Bamboo is one of the fast-growing plants during active growth phase. Second one, grassland. Grassland is an area where the vegetation is dominated by grasses. Grassland is an area where the vegetation is dominated by grasses. Grasses ranges from short to tall. Example, savanna grassland. Third one, forest habitat. Forest is a large area dominated by trees. Forest is a large area dominated by trees. There are three types of forest and are tropical forest, temperate forest and mountain forest. There are three types of forest. They are tropical forest, temperate forest and mountain forest. Annual rainfall ranges from 25 to 200 centimeter. Annual rainfall ranges from 25 to 200 centimeter. Let's see plant adaptations and modifications. Adaptations are special features in plants which help them to survive in the habitats they live in over a long period. Once again I repeat, adaptations are special features in plants which help them to survive in the habitats they live in over a long period. Some adaptations are tendril, twinners and thorns. First we will see tendril. A slender organ of a modification of stem is called tendril. A slender organ of a modification of stem is called tendril. Example, peas and bitter gourd. Second one, twiners. Plants which climb upon other trees and objects. Plants which climb upon other trees and objects is called twiners. Example, clitoria, jasmine. Third one, thorns. A sharp and stiff part of a modification of stem is called thorns. A sharp and stiff part of a modification of stem is called thorns. Example, agave, opuntia and bougainvillea. Okay students, I hope you are all understood about the living world of plants. It's time for evaluation. We are going to revise book pages 77 and 78. This is book evaluation pages 77 and 78. We will see one by one. First Roman letter, multiple choice questions. First one, pond is an example of dash. Option A, marine habitat. Option B, freshwater habitat. Option C, deserts. Option D, mountain. Answer is freshwater habitat. Pond is an example of freshwater habitat. Second question, the important function of stomata is dash. Option A, conduction. Option B, transpiration. Option C, photosynthesis. Option D, absorption. Answer is transpiration. The important function of stomata is transpiration. Third question, organs of absorption dash. Option A, root. Option B, stem. Option C, leaf. Option D, flower. Answer is root. Organs of absorption, root. Fourth question, the habitat of water hyacinth dash. Option A, aquatic. Option B, terrestrial. Option C, desert. Option D, mountain. Answer is aquatic. The habitat of water hyacinth is aquatic. Second Roman letter, true or false. If false, give the correct answer. First one, plants can live without water. True or false? Answer is false. Plants cannot live without water. Second, all plants have chlorophyll. True or false? Answer is true. Chlorophyll is a green color pigment present in all leaves. Third one, plants have three parts, the root, the stem and leaves. True or false? Answer is false. Plants have several parts such as the root, the stem, the leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds. Fourth one, mountain is an example for freshwater habitat. True or false? Answer is false. Mountain is an example for terrestrial habitat. Fifth one, root is modified into spines. True or false? Answer is false. Leaves are modified into spines. Sixth one, green plants need sunlight. True or false? Answer is true. Plants need sunlight for preparing food. Plants need sunlight for preparing food. Third Roman letter, fill in the blanks. First one, Earth's surface is covered by more than dash percentage of water. Earth's surface is covered by more than 70% of water. Second, the driest places on earth are called dash. The driest places on earth are called deserts. Third one, fixation and absorption are the main functions of dash. Fixation and absorption are the main functions of root. Fourth one, primary organs of photosynthesis are dash. Primary organs of photosynthesis are leaves. Fifth one, taproot system is present in dash plants. Taproot system is present in dicotyledonous plants. Fourth one, match the following. We want to find the answer for mountain, desert, stem, photosynthesis and fibrous root. Let's see the answer. Mountain, Himalayas. Desert, dry place. Stem, branches. Photosynthesis, leaves. Fibrous root, monocot. Fifth Roman letter, arrange in correct sequence. First one, leaf, stem, root, flower. The correct sequence is root, stem, leaves and flower. Second question, transpiration, conduction, absorption and fixation. The correct sequence is fixation, absorption, conduction and transpiration. Let's see the sixth Roman letter, very short answer. First question, classify the plants on the basis of their habitats. Answer is the two major habitats are aquatic habitat and terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat classified into two types. They are freshwater habitat and marine water habitat. Terrestrial habitat are classified into three. First one forest habitat, second one grassland habitat, third one desert habitat. Second question, identify the desert plant from the following: cactus, hydrilla, mango and rose. Answer is desert plant cactus. Third question, define the term habitat. Answer is a dwelling place of an animal, plant or other organism to live and reproduce is called habitat. Fourth question, relate the terms leaves and photosynthesis. The green leaves are essential for preparing food because it contains green pigment called chlorophyll. The preparation of food is known as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is essential for plant growth. Seventh Roman letter, short answer. First question, why do you call jasmine plant a twiner? Jasmine plant has weak stem. It cannot stand straight on its own. It must climb on any support to survive. So jasmine plant is called as twiner. Second question, compare the taproot and fibrous root systems. Taproot consists of single root. It grows straight down in the ground, seen in dicotyledonous plants. In the case of fibrous root consists of cluster of roots. It is thin and uniform in size, seen in monocotyledonous plants. Third question, distinguish between terrestrial and aquatic habitats. Aquatic habitat found in water. Terrestrial habitat found on land. Aquatic habitat include the areas permanently as well as occasionally covered by water. Terrestrial habitat include desert, grassland, forest, farms, towns and cities. Fourth question, list out the plants present in your school garden. Neem, lemon, jasmine are the plants present in our school garden. Eighth Roman letter, answer in detail. First question, make a list of the functions of root and stem. Functions of the root are fixes the plant to the soil, absorbs water and minerals from the soil, stores food in some plants like carrot, beetroot, etc. Functions of the stem are supports the branches, leaves, flowers and fruits, transports water and minerals from roots to upper aerial plant pods, transports the prepared food from leaves to other parts through stem. Second question, study the given concept map. Connect them correcting by drawing arrow marks. Complete the map by filling in the blanks. You have to fill in the blanks. So habitat is classified into aquatic and terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat further classified into freshwater habitat and marine water habitat. Freshwater habitat are river, pond and lake. Terrestrial habitat classified into three types: desert, grassland and forest. Okay students, if you are having any doubt, see the previous session of third lesson and fourth lesson. Links are provided in the description below this video. Study well, all the best.